What happened? How did I get back here? Well, last thing I would remember, I was walking past Roxy's Roost Saloon and Casino, and that's about it.
You fainted on the sidewalk. I had you brought in here. I knew you wouldn't want to be seen going into the casino.
Well, that was right neighborly of you, mister. You know, it seems every time I get near that place, I don't remember what I was doing or where I was going.
Well, as I recall, you were on your way to get changed out of those dirty clothes.
Oh, yeah, well, I reckon I ought to get going then. Yes, I'll walk the parson home, too, as it's on my way.
Good idea, Deputy.
Come on, Reverend. It's time to go home.
Monophysitism is a modalism. No. Where am I?
You're at the Ambrosia Cafe and Bakery, Reverend. You fell asleep here on your way home.
Oh, dear. I stayed up too late studying again, didn't I?
Yep.
I remember that I discovered something while I was studying that I wanted to tell a Greta Smith and a Miss Gold. I just can't seem to remember what it was.
Well, they ain't here right now.
Well,
maybe you'll think about it once your head clears a bit.
yes, I suppose you're right, Deputy. Now, what happened to your clothes?
Good morning, Sheriff.
Well, hello, Mr. Crab. Have you seen Granny Smith?
Oh, she stepped out for a moment. I'm watching the place for her while she's gone.
Well, that's very kind of you, especially since you are business competitors.
Oh, I don't believe that competition in business... I don't believe that competition in business should ever stand in the way of being a good neighbor.
A worthy sentiment, sir. Although I do not agree with the type of business you run, you do seem a decent sort of fellow.
How easily I have pulled the wool over his eyes. So what brings you here, Sheriff?
I've been invited on a picnic lunch with a lovely and charming Miss Honey Gold, and I wanted to stop by and pick up some of Granny's best apple cider as a gift.
How nice.
Be still, my heart, for there at the door stands the very flower herself. Such beautiful hair, such radiant eyes, such a lovely nose, such pretty lips, such appealing shoulders, such gorgeous hands.
Oh, Adam, I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, had I known I would have gone to where you were looking and saved you the trouble.
Looking for you is never trouble, especially when I find you we're together again.
Those are the sweetest moments, and I cherish each one.
Yeah. Well, Sheriff, Granny Smith should be returning any moment now. Say, I have an important appointment elsewhere. Would you mind watching the place for her until she returns?
Certainly, sir.
Thank you. Ta-ta, Sheriff. Goodbye, Miss Gold. And now to watch carefully. I may learn something I can use to my advantage.
What a curious fellow. I wonder what was so funny.
Oh, Adam, alone at last.
Yes, such sweet stolen moments are so rare.
Adam, dear, I need your help.
Anything for you, my sweet.
I have the mortgage payments for the farm and cafe with me. We've been saving every penny we could and finally came up with just enough. But the bank won't be open for another hour. I have so much to do to prepare for our picnic. I was wondering, would you take it and deliver it to the bank when it opens?
It'd be an honor and my pleasure.
Oh, you're so thoughtful. I shall place it on the counter where it will be safe.
else do you have in your basket?
Why, it contains some biscuits for our picnic. I made them myself. Would you like to try one?
Biscuits made with your sweet hands would no doubt be a treat fit only for divinity. But I, a mere mortal, would dare anything for a taste.
Then you shall have it, dear Adam.
Wow, they're the two lovebirds now. I should have known it wouldn't take long for the two of you to find each other.
Granny, I was just on my way to run some errands and asked Adam if he would take our mortgage payments to the bank. He was just trying one of the biscuits I made this morning. Do you like it?
Are you all right?
It was delicious.
It was?
Well, that's that. The motherhood and poopies are doing just fine.
Poopies?
Never mind.
Why, Chef, you are not looking so good.
I think it was something I ate. Early this morning, of course.
I'll bet.
Well, you should come to my office and we will fix you up.
Well, I really don't have the time.
Oh, go ahead, Adam. I want you to be in good health for our picnic. Which reminds me, I better get to my errands. Please don't forget to take the mortgage payments to the bank.
Of course. Let me just... it's gone!
What's gone?
The mortgage payments honey put on the counter just a moment ago. They're not here!
Oh, no! That was everything we had. Without that payment, I'll lose the farm and Granny will lose the cafe and bakery.
Someone must have stolen it when we weren't looking.
And if we hurry, we can catch them. Deputy!
Well, sorry, Sheriff. Didn't see you standing there. What's going on?
Well, someone just stole the mortgage payments from my granddaughter's farm in my cafe. Right out from under our noses.
And we're going to catch them. Come on!
Right behind you, Sheriff.
Oh, Granny, all is lost. That money was the last of our savings. We have nothing else. Oh, if only my dear father had found the lost cobbler mine before he died.
There, dear. No need of worrying after some old legend. Adam and Ben are out there, and I'm sure they'll find it, and everything will be just fine.
Yeah, well, who asked you? What's all the excitement? I just saw the sheriff and deputy running out of here.
Well, someone just stole the mortgage payment for my granddaughter's farm in my cafe. And the sheriff and the deputy are out looking for it now. Not that it's any of your business, Mr. Crab.
Why, that's terrible. Who would do such a sneaky, devious, underhanded thing? My dear, if there's anything I can do to help or bring you comfort, please just say the word.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Crab, but without the payments, I'll lose the farm, Granny will lose the cafe and bakery, and we'll be homeless.
I am terribly distressed by your predicament. But it just so happens I may have a plan that would be mutually beneficial.
Now, you wait just a doggone minute here. Just a little while ago, you all but threatened me to take away my cafe. And now you're offering to help us? What's your game, Mr. Crab?
5-card stud, usually. But this is no game, Mrs. Smith. I'm terribly sorry that I came across so gruffly earlier. I blame it on a thriving business. Too many late nights, you know. I just hope to be neighborly and help you and your granddaughter avoid ruin.
I'll bet.
Now, Granny Schmidt, you mustn't be so quick to judge Hagloe Crab. You know it's good and hard to hear what he has to say.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt none just to listen.
That's what she thinks. Excellent. I'll be happy to meet you here later to discuss my proposition.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Crab. I don't know what you have in mind, but if you can save my farm and Granny's cafe, I'd be so grateful. I just don't know how I would ever be able to repay you.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll think of something.
You there! Stop in the name of the law!
What's going on?
Why, it's the sheriff and the deputy. They are chasing a stranger down the street. I'm going in case somebody gets hurt.
I wonder if they caught the person who stole the money.
I don't know. Well, wait for me.
I'll keep an eye on the place while you're gone.
You beckoned?
Stop encouraging her. There's been a change in plans.
Plans? What plans? As far as I know, Haggy, you haven't made any plans.
All right, fine. Here it is, and try to keep up. I have discovered that there is oil on Honeygold's property.
Oil?
Is there an echo in here? Yes, oil, petroleum, black gold. It's becoming very valuable back east. And
Well, I understand valuable, Haggy.
good. Now try not to interrupt. I had originally planned to cheat Honeygold and Granny Smith out of their properties in a rigged card game. But then I realized they don't gamble, so that plan wouldn't work.
How perceptive of you.
Yes, wasn't it? A few moments ago, though, I was able to steal the mortgage payments for both the farm and the cafe. And with that money in hand, I plan to go to the bank and purchase their mortgages. And just to throw off any suspicion, I will offer to trade them a piece of property that I happen to own.
Are you talking about that shack on the scrubland southwest of town? It's not worth the dirt it's sitting on, Haggy.
Exactly. I lose nothing in the trade, and the cafe, the apple farm, and the oil will be mine with no one the wiser.
You had better hope the sheriff doesn't catch on.
That's where you come in. I need you to distract the sheriff while I'm working on my plan.
All right, Haggy. But don't forget my cut.
She's never failed me before. But I might need a backup plan just in case. I understand the notorious gunslinger Arkansas Black is in town. I think I'll run over to the saloon and have a talk with him. Besides, having a sheriff in town cramps my style.
Well, folks, what do you think about our melodrama so far? I want to tell you something. You ain't seen nothing yet, and that's what Granny Smith would say. So this is a time where we're going to allow you to Stretch your legs, stretch your arms, stretch your nose, whatever you want to stretch. Get a breath of fresh air, get some refreshments, and just relax. And we're going to have you coming back here in just a little while. Actually, we put this break in here because Granny Smith got a little bladder problem. So anyway, we just wanted to... Sorry, Granny.
What were you saying?
Nothing, Granny. We'll see everybody in 15 minutes. Don't be late.